I have a confession. So, I was editing this video, the one you guys are about to watch. It turned out really good. I will say the helmet and the camera, everything turned out awesome and it works great. Just so you guys know. So watch if you want a good, simple setup for your moto vlogs. But what I will say is the video I edited, it was an hour long. So what we're going to do is we're going to split it up into two sections. The first one is going to be strictly me explaining everything that I got and putting everything together. And the second video is going to be me taking it out on its maiden voyage. I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm doing with MotoVlog. So if you guys enjoy this at all, please drop a like on this video. Otherwise, if you want to follow my journey and see where I go with all this, go ahead and click the subscribe button, hang out with me. Don't want to take up any more of you guys' time. I want to jump straight into this. I think I'm having a midlife crisis. I'll be honest, because I just spent a lot of money. It wasn't a lot of money. And I really have no idea what I'm doing, and I don't really know what I'm getting into, but we've gone this far. So we're just gonna let her bug. We're gonna see what happens. So the idea was I wanted to start moto vlogging. And in order to do that, you need a camera, you need some kind of way to record your voice, and that's really about it. You do need a helmet, so I needed a new helmet. Right now I'm rocking just like this basic bicycle helmet, which works really good for just riding, especially for an e-bike. Having like a full face helmet and stuff, I feel like takes a lot of the audio sounds from around you, and I don't really like that. I like to be able to hear what's going on, and then also being able to see around you, not having your whole face covered with this thing, and being able to look around and see everything is really nice. But with that one, there's really nowhere to mount a camera, so that's where my issue lies. So we upgraded. I do have a dirt bike helmet, but with like the goggles and the holes and stuff in the face, it lets in way too much air, and I can't really hear what's going on when I'm going fast. And I'm hoping the helmet that I got will keep a lot of the wind out of my helmet. So things that I was thinking about whenever I went online was purchasing a lot of this stuff. The first thing was I needed to get the new helmet. So when buying the helmet or when looking around for the helmet, I wanted something. I didn't want like a full motorcycle helmet, and I also didn't want just like a full face bicycle helmet, because the bicycle helmet is going to let in a lot of air and a lot of wind noise, and the motorcycle helmet, I feel like that's just for what I'm riding a Talaria X3. It's a little overkill, so I wanted something that was right in the middle, so I went with the dual sport helmet, and I'm going to show you guys what that looks like in here in just a little bit. I haven't even looked at it yet, and I'm so excited to dig into this vlog. It's crazy. I also, with the helmet, I needed somewhere that I can mount the camera. Luckily, we do have a company, I think it's out of Canada, but it's chenmounts.com is where I went, but they make a chin mount for literally like every helmet out there. He like fully scans all of these helmets, he 3D prints the mounts, he sends the wipes, he also sends you a little tether strap to put on your helmet, so if you're out on like a racetrack or something and you want to ride with the GoPro, they make you run with the tether. That way if your camera flies off, it's still gonna hang on and it's not flying into people behind you. I also didn't want it to be crazy expensive. I do know that this is an investment, and I don't want to cheap out on it, but with it being kind of like a midlife crisis, I didn't want to drain my whole bank account on it. I think altogether we're probably like $500-600 into it, which for some people that's a lot, for some people that's not a whole lot. For me, that was like right in the middle, to where I didn't really hate myself for doing it, but it was enough to where I felt like if I spent this money, it's going to give me enough motivation to do what I'm doing right now and actually making these videos and doing this. But next on the list was simplicity. So with simplicity, I didn't want a lot of cameras, because like I said, I've never done this before, so I need something that I know how it works, something that I can just kind of throw on my helmet, hit record, and then know it's going to be working. I've had a couple different like sports cameras or action cameras. A lot of them, there's so many steps to get it going. You gotta open an app, you gotta connect to a Wi-Fi connection, and you gotta get there's like so many things, and most of the time it don't even work. You're sitting there doing the same thing over and over and over until it actually works. So I wanted something that I know I can count on. It's gonna work, and I'm not gonna have to upgrade in 3 or 4 months when the next best thing comes out. And I think with all of that, we've touched that. Yeah, and I also forgot to mention that I went with the DJI Osmo Action 4 camera to mount onto the helmet, but we're going to talk more about that later whenever we get it strapped to the helmet. But first and foremost, I think I'm going to dig into the DJI Mic Mini so I can actually try to get it connected to my phone, which is what I'm recording on right now, to hopefully fix the echoey audio. So let's dig into the DJI Mic Mini and see what we got. I did open the plastic, but before I could get any farther into it, I stopped because I wanted to save opening it for the video. So this is going to be a learning experience for both of us. See what we got. Okay, we got some cool stuff about everything. It does come with. It's like a cool carrying case. And what I got was just the transmitter and the mic. I didn't get the like big charging case and everything else. This one was only like $89. I think with like the carrying case and everything else, it was gonna be like almost $150, which isn't crazy, but like I said, I wasn't wanting to go crazy expensive for all of this, so we're just gonna keep it nice and simple. Yeah, let's see what we got in here. Like I said, this is just the mini DJI mic. If you don't want those. Came with the cool carrying case. Let's see what we got here. And I'm hoping that with just the mini mic, I can use the magnet that it comes with and then just have it magnetized into my helmet and then just Bluetooth it to my camera. But like I said, I've never done any of this before, so I may be really wrong with how everything goes together. I was kind of hoping they gave me 2 magnets, but I only see the one. It's the charging dock. We got the actual transmitter. We got the little mic. This thing is tiny. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we're gonna get it turned on. We're hopefully gonna get it connected up to the phone. That way you guys can actually hear the audio for this. And hopefully I made a good choice. Yeah, we'll see in just a minute. Actually, before I do that, I do want to show you the little fuzzies. We've got little fuzzies. So these are gonna block a lot of the wind noise and everything else out for the mic, and it's gonna be really big for me because I'm gonna be driving at like 30 to 30 miles an hour. There's gonna be a lot of wind and a lot of audio cables for getting everything all connected up inside of the helmet and charging. Oh gosh, that is for connecting to something else. I don't know. This is everything we got. But we're gonna get it connected up to the phone, and hopefully the audio that you hear throughout the rest of this video is a lot better. So we got the mic hopefully hooked up. I'm pretty sure it's hooked up. And I think I'm running on -6 decibels right now. I haven't messed with it all too much, but hopefully you guys can hear me, and hopefully it sounds a whole lot better than what I did before. So now, after I get the rest of my mess cleaned up here, we're gonna dig into this helmet. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this helmet. Oh my gosh. All right, I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, time to dig into this box. This is definitely, like I said, my favorite part. I've been waiting a lot of days for FedEx to deliver this bad boy. And it's finally here. Boom, boom. You know what? I probably could have called that. It's literally just a box inside of a box. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right. So I do have to double check the actual, okay, so this is the 601 D2 Dual Sport, and this is through Voss. I think it's just it's VossHelmetsUSA.com. That's where you're gonna go. I'm definitely gonna put all the links to everything that I have here down in the description. So if you're curious as to how much any of it cost, hopefully I'll tell you in the video. But if I don't, it's in the description. But like I said, yeah, this one was bought through Voss. This one was $199. It was an extra $25 to get the visor that I have in here, because it does come with the clear visor. But the only time I really want to wear the clear visor is if I'm riding at night. So let's dig in here, get this bad boy out of gear. Oh, you didn't see that. Everything is so hard. And it's wrapped up again. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna see this thing. So we got the extra visor. Definitely stickers. I love getting stickers. If you're a company out there that doesn't send free stickers when people spend a lot of money, and then you're doing something wrong. Like even both like the DJI, like the microphone came with stickers. The action camera came with stickers. And after I dig into that chin mount, I bet that thing's got stickers in there too. But yeah, we always like that. This visor. I went with the iridescent one. Hopefully it matches the helmet. Oh yeah, that's nice. Shoot, I almost dropped it. Ooh, that's clean. It's gonna look even more clean after I get that big old sticker off of there. But, and now for the big reveal. Let's see this beast. Oh. Let's see this beast. Oh my gosh, that thing is awesome. I almost said a bad word. Golly. Looks like a bird. Oh, I did get a small because I got a little tiny head. But like I said, the other camera, my other helmet, my dirt biking helmet, after like an hour, it pushes on my temples really hard and it gives me a headache. And I'm hoping that this doesn't do that. But look at this nice carrying bag. You know, I get these with every helmet that I buy, and after they come out of the carrying bag, they never go back in there. But I really do appreciate the carrying bag. We always appreciate that. But I think first things first, we need to get this visor off of here and get the other one on. And how to do that, I'm honestly really not all that sure. I think you just take this side bolt out. Looks like it. But this thing is pretty cool. It does have the, if I can get them down, the little sunglasses on the inside. I probably won't use them too much, but just the simple fact that they're there if I want to use them makes me happy. I'm going to try it on real quick. Well, it does have a quick release too, snap, I've never had before, which is really cool. Just pull on that and it comes right out. It's going to be really handy. Where's my trusty knife? That off of there. They do sell what they call a pin lock for this helmet, which is just another screen that goes inside the visor that keeps it from fogging up. I didn't buy that because a lot of the reviews that I've seen says that you just simply don't need it. It works just fine without it. Did they give? No. I'm going to go find some way to get this off so we can put the new visor on. I will be right back. So we're going to try to get this other visor on, but like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing here, so hopefully this is right. But I don't see that visor coming off any other way. Yep, that was right. So that goes like that. I'm going to flip it around to the other side. For $200, I'm not disappointed. Oh, jeez. Here's the other visor. We're gonna throw the new one on. Get this side on first. How do you go in there? I think you just go in there. Just like that. Put the screw back in. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Want it tight, but not too tight. That might be too tight. Did I just break something? Something cracked. I think it was just... Okay, yeah, it was just going down into where it's supposed to be. Okay. Good enough. We didn't break nothing, so we're happy. Thought for sure that thing just cracked. Not too tight. Not too tight. Now the other side. Hopefully that's how that goes. I'm pretty sure. That piece and then this piece. And then screw it in. Easy peasy. Just like the other side. And it cracked again. Or it popped again. It didn't crack. Boom. That's nice. Take that little peel off there. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah. Definitely worth it. Look at that. Not too shabby, not too shabby. That visor goes up. Hell yeah. Visor goes back down. We're gonna try this bad boy on. We're gonna give it a little test ride. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I get used to that. The only thing I don't like so far is the fact that it doesn't have a huge wind guard, which is... I don't think that's gonna be a huge issue. Hopefully we'll keep a lot of that wind out still. But we'll get a bigger one if we need to. I mean, how do I take this off? It just fell out. You just pull the little string and it comes right out. Oh. Yep, I'm sold. All right, enough dilly-dallying with the helmet. Let's get this chin mount on. So hopefully we're gonna get this camera mounted. So like I said, I went to chinmounts.com and I got the chin mount that is designed specifically for this helmet. And looks like in here we got a wet and a dry wipe stickers. See, like I said, always good to put stickers. Love stickers. But this is already sticking to. It's a paper. Oh no. I think this is just giving you the instructions. It does say that you're supposed to heat up the adhesive before applying it, and I don't know if my fiance has a blow dryer, but I would imagine she does, so we might have to go find that. And there also is this little, like I said, tether that comes in there. It's supposed to go on the side of the helmet. That way, like I said, if you're at a racetrack or something and your helmet flies off, not your helmet, your camera flies off, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to hang there. But this should... Oh, that's so nice. Dude, it does. It just grabs right on the bottom of that. Oh, that's going to work so good. I love it. All right, I'm going to go see if I can't find the blow dryer. Get this heated up. I'll be right back. So we did have we actually have 2 blow dryers, believe it or not. But before I even do that, I do want to make sure I clean this thing. So first one is going to be the wet wipe. I'm sure this is all just alcohol, so I'm going to make sure we get all the oils and everything else off of there that could have came with the bike, or with the helmet. I'm losing my sanity over here. Let me get that nice and clean. We want to make sure this thing sticks, because if it comes flying off, we're going to have a bad day. We're going to have a bad day. Alright, that's clean there. Then we want the dry one. Get everything all nice and dry. And I'm going to give the alcohol a little bit of time to evaporate, because it should all evaporate. And while that dries, I am going to go heat up the adhesive. And then we're going to mount this chin mount. Alright, so we got it nice and warm. I didn't want to get it too warm because I don't want to melt nothing, but make sure we're going the right way here. Get it centered right on the front. Okay, let it go. I'm trying to remember where this thing even went. It's gotta be it right there. Ooh. You just want to give her. You just want to really give her, because you do not want that thing coming off. Tell you what. That's an expensive boo-boo if that thing comes flying off. Get in your home. It looks like it is just a little bit crooked, so before that cures, we're just going to give it a little bit of a shimmy. Boom. I like it. I'll lock it a lot. She's solid. And you can still use the air vent. That's why we love chin mounts. That's why we love chin mounts. Versatile. Alrighty. We're going to let that just chill for a little bit. We're going to let that adhesive bite. And while that does that, we're gonna dig into the camera. So like I said, I went with the DJI Action 4. Because one, there was an open box one at Best Buy for like $200, a little bit cheaper. I know you can find them less expensive online, but if you're not trying to record like a Disney movie, you really don't need a whole lot. Just making sure I'm not forgetting nothing in there. I don't know what a whole lot of this stuff does, but just wanted to make sure we had it all. Charge cable. Put all this back in here. And I want to try to get the microphone connected up to the camera. We might be missing something. I just realized in order to get this connected up here, I gotta have that little snappy thing, and I don't have one in here. Oh gosh. And I don't think I have one anywhere else. We might have to make a run to Best Buy. Whoopsies. Whoopsie daisies. I might find it somewhere else now that I think about it, but I don't think that has it in here. We might have something hanging around. We'll find out. But yeah, this is gonna go right in here, and then I'm gonna have a camera mounted, and it's gonna hopefully connect right to my microphone and be all Bluetooth. But yeah, once I get everything all connected and set up, I will let y'all know. But until then, we're kind of at a standstill. So good news. I actually didn't even have to go to Best Buy. I, like I said, had a couple other action cameras, and one of them actually had the little majigger thingy that I needed to get us all connected. So, I'm going to put the camera up in there. I think that's how that goes. Yeah, we want that to slide down in there, and then we want the camera up here. Yes. Yes. What's going on here? Breakfast. Back on track. Get that nice tightened up there. Gonna get that strapped on. There. Boom. I know I see a lot of people doing like super glue and JB Weld and everything else like that to keep their chin mounts on. And I'm not gonna lie, after seeing how much that actually wiggles, it doesn't wiggle a lot, but it wiggles enough to where I would feel better if I had something else on there. Because I definitely don't want to be riding around and then lose my camera. But it is adhesive, and there's going to be a little bit of give in it anyway. And I think that's probably good for the vibrations, if I'm being honest. So we're just gonna let it chill. Just gonna let it chill. Put some of this stuff away. we're gonna clean up. We'll be right back. So I disconnected the mic from my phone so I could get it connected up to my camera. It actually works pretty good. I don't actually have to have the transmitter on me in order to use it, so I can pretty much just leave it connected up to my phone, or use it for whenever I just need it for my phone for when I'm recording. But hopefully I should be able to just connect this up to here, put this up into my helmet, and then hopefully you guys will be able to see everything and hear everything going on. So we're gonna get it all put together, and we're gonna hit the record button, and we're gonna go hang out in the bathroom, and we're gonna go try it out. So I will see you guys after I have everything all put back together. We got the camera connected up. The only thing that I want to do is just see if there, and I would imagine that I could just, I'll probably be able to use this little wind blocker. I'm gonna try. Such a mess on my desk. Try to just magnetize this in here like this. Hopefully this magnet is strong enough to get through this little mesh. I'm sure it is. Oh yeah. So that's just gonna hopefully chill right up in there, and hopefully it doesn't bring a whole lot of wind. As far in there as I can. And we're gonna hit the record button on the action forward, and then we're gonna see how we do. So I will see you guys on this camera in just a second. Oh yeah. So we're recording now. Hopefully you guys can hear my pretty little voice. But man, this helmet just does it for me, dude. I really like this helmet. I really like this camera too, because I can just click this on this side, and I can click this on this side. No, it was just held on by the magnet. And I can just take it off, and I can just record like this. Oh. But man, this helmet is just, I really like this helmet. I really do. It's doing it all for me. It's doing it all for me. So I got it all put together. Now the only thing left to do is just take it out for a spin. We got to take it for its main voyage. But before we do that, we got to wait for Mom to get home. We're going to charge the microphone, the camera. We're going to get everything set up. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace. All right. So we finally hit the record button. Mom got home from work. She's able to take the kids. They're about to go to sleep. It's 7 o'clock. It's their bedtime. But we finally got a chance to come out on the bike, and I'm guessing I haven't even told you guys what we're riding.